welcome everyone to another stream. Today's stream is pretty cool because check this out. Boom. I got a boom mic, which means that my microphone is super close to my face and it's like super high quality and stuff. So that's pretty dope. Really excited about that. As you can see by the title of the stream is we are doing a production Q&A, which means you guys can like ask whatever question you want relating to production, and I'll do my best to answer it or demonstrate it. How are you guys doing? What's up, Phoenix? What's up, Dasher? What's up, Xro? What's up, Jorvind? What's up, Hells Fargo? What's up, Z Chrono? Welcome, everyone. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about this mic. Like, I don't know exactly how it sounds. I haven't really tested it out yet. But it should sound a lot better than what it's been sounding like. Yo, Augmented, what's up, bro? Yo, I haven't seen you in a while, bro. Appreciate the kind words, bro. Thank you. How do you get started with producing? I mean, literally just start looking things up. Like, start, you know, have your DAW ready, like, you know, Ableton, FL, whatever you want to use, and then just start making stuff. So, you know, like just look whatever questions you have up on YouTube. You know, if there's like one specific thing that you need to learn, you know, you look up how to make, you know, screechy serum bass or whatever, you know, and you keep going. The mic has some weird growly frequencies. Oh shoot, I that is not the intent. Yeah, let me switch to this screen. There we go. Yeah, thanks, Augmented. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're just gonna like try to answer some questions that you guys might have, and then I'll try to demonstrate it. Keep going from there. Oh, you found me through Eliminate. That's really cool. Yeah, it went full circle. Like we started off doing like Launchpad stuff, and then, you know, it kind of looped back to here. Sample those growls. What do you guys? Wait, hold on. Is my like stream audio just like really bad or something? Hold on. Sample those growls. What do you guys? Wait, hold on. Is my like stream audio just like, sounds fine? I think. Any bass design tips? I would just like if you're doing like serum basses, for example, the best thing you can do is like try to add as many effects onto it as possible, and then like do as many like effects on it, and then like that way you get a more unique sound, and just keep stacking effects on it until like one of my friends, Decidity, just like does like 50 effects on just like one single like percussion sound, and then, you know, he'll just go completely crazy with the post processing. Okay, the audio's fine. Thanks, guys. Any set release for a Figment VIP? No, not really. I'm still trying to kind of figure that out. So that's not set in stone, but yeah, the song itself is done. I'll say that, but yeah. Can you show us how to make a kick and snare? I'm not that good at making kicks yet, but I can show you how to make a snare. So let's do that. I did this in another stream once, like probably like a month ago at this point. But we'll just do it real quick. So let's pick a thing here. So I'll try to put my snare on like a note like let's say you're in D minor, right? That's like a pretty good key. So this is like the root note right here. So if you put the snare on this note, then it'll end up being like a really like doofy snare, as research would put it, right? So what I like to do is I put it on the fifth, and the fifth of D is A, I think, something like that. So I'm gonna just like, you know, get a sine wave to just play like this, and then we'll record it into audio. as such. And then let's just put it in this group right here. And then I have like some wide noise inspired by Nasco. He does this as well, and like it's really useful. So it's just like some white noise. The way I made that is I went into Serum, and then I just used the noise oscillator, and then I recorded that in one take. And then I turned the random all the way up. Or you could just like put the phase at another point. And then you have those two noise samples, and then you pan both those individual samples like left and right. So you'd have two tracks of noise that are different sounding that are being panned left to right. Let's keep making this snare. So you know, I would just cut the fundamental. Like this is like, I should probably also explain like what a snare is made out of, right? So like if we grab like one of my snares, take that one. So this snare has like 3 parts to it. It has this like initial click right here, which is like the transient. So if you like cut that up, you get that. Then we have like the body of it, like the note of the snare, and then after we have the tail. So like the noise part of it. So that's what a snare is made out of, right? And then so you know when you like start layering this, you need to kind of keep that in mind, because you need to have like the right order of it and shit. So let's kind of like cut this up a little bit, like do something like that, kind of fade it out. We'll loop that real quick. And then let's get a transient. So I have one transient that I just like used on every snare of mine, and I think that kind of gives it like the sound that it has. So it'll kind of sound like this. So it sounds really bad right now, as you can tell. You know, not a snare you'd put in your average song, right? So let's change that. So we've got this noise thing, right? And most snares don't have this bottom noise. So what you should do is like, you know, according to Nasco, right? He does this a lot. Is he kind of like takes an EQ and puts it like this. So like the peak of this thing is around like 1K hertz. Excuse me. And then you get like the kind of vowel snare. So it still sounds pretty bad, but yeah, we've kind of got the main thing going on. So then I would just take the whole like group and saturate it. Sounding better already. Let's add a glue compressor. And this will just kind of help bring every element together a little bit. Kind of like that. There we go. So that's a snare. Which frequencies? It's like, so you, hold on. Let me turn these off. So like, you have this thing, right? Which is like two low cuts. And then I just like take these 2 points and I move them to where like the hill, like the top of this like little hill, I'll call it, lines up with like this 1K mark. Like that. Any tips on finishing stuff? I always get an idea down and then I'm just off on the next one. I'm super inexperienced on the mid stages of production. Something that helps me is like to set a theme. So like, if you're familiar with my song Shark Bite, I set that theme after I made the drop. Like I made the drop and then I was like, all right, well I got to make an intro for this now. So then I was like, all right, well how am I gonna theme this, because like I made it with the intent to make like a Halloween themed song. So you know I was like thinking of a theme, and then I was like I just came up with the idea of a shark, and then I was like, all right, let's just theme it around a shark. So I like looked up some like pirate kind of samples, like some ambient noises, and then I just themed the whole thing around that, and then you know the ideas just kept coming to me. How do you make the drums punch through the mix more? Good sidechaining is a huge part of that. Like if honestly, like especially in dubstep, it's not really a huge like problem. If you're like just sidechaining it like just right, then you've got it going, I think. How can we pick the right sound for layering background? Because many producers out there are struggling with their empty sounding drop. Can you give some tip for layering background? So unless you're going for like a really minimalistic thing, like kind of eliminate style stuff, like some you can just kind of like emptiness is like the it can work in certain times, right? So like you can have like the only time that something will sound empty is if there's like not enough elements, right? So I don't know how to explain this that well. It's like I don't know, layering is like used for like really big sounding stuff. So like I'm saying like a lot. I'm sorry. Let's make a new project. Delete that snare. What would a good sidechain be? I just use an Ableton compressor for this. Like, it's like not the most ideal thing, but I think it works. So here, like, let's put a note in. Like, this is what it looks like. So that's my sidechain. But yeah, like if we layer like a bunch of percussion sounds, which is usually how I make my like machine gun basses, you know what I mean? Let's grab some. All right, that first one is pretty sick. Let's take that, and then we'll just layer like 6 of these. Sure, why not? That might be cool. A little snare. Sure. Let's do that. This is a little much. Yo! We just got a fucking super chat, bro. Holy fuck, I forgot to turn that on. Yo, Muse Games, thank you for the £1 donation. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Wow. I forgot to turn that feature on, and then I was very surprised to see a super chat. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Wow. I thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Anyway, like I was saying, wasn't an accident? I hope it wasn't an accident. Yeah, anyway, let's keep going. So I would just layer stuff. Yo, another Safi. Oh my god. Thank you for the $2 donation, Safi. Nice green screen. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really liking it here. I'll even show you without the green screen going on. Here, chroma key. There we go. That's my green screen. That's pretty cool, right? I like it. It's like nice. All right, let's turn this back on. There we go. Dude, oh my god. Safi, thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Thank you, Safi and Muse Games. Let's see. Thank you guys for the donations. Oh my god, another one! Guys, you don't have to do that. Thank you so much, Joel A, for the donation. This helps so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad it helps. Another Safi, thank you for the $1 donation. Wow. That's so kind of you. Did I just... What the fuck? What? What the fuck? Reading Cat with $100 donation. Keep stacking. Are you fucking kidding me? You're fucking crazy, man. Thank you so much. That is a really generous donation. Are you serious? Oh my god. Wow, I can't believe it. Oh my god, another donation. Uh, dude, no, you guys don't have to give me your money. Thank you so much. Wet drunk wizard. What kind of party are y'all having in here? Oh my god, dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. Thank you so much. What the fuck? You guys are mental. Oh my god. Uh, oh, you guys are too kind. Thank you so much. Wow, $100 fucking donation. Reading cat, you're insane. Thank you so much. You're completely crazy. Thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. Wow. I don't have a credit card yet, so have a nice day. Oh, thank you. No, you have a great day. Thank you so much. That is so generous of you. Sappy with a $5 donation. Guys, stop giving me your money. Sappy, thank you for the $5 fucking dollars. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Wow, I'm in disbelief. I did not think I would get a single donation. You guys are insane. That just it thank you, thank you. Wow. Alright, well, anyway, we got very off track here. Let's just keep going. I'm very thankful for you guys' donations. Let's just keep going. Let's add this layer on. And then let's God, I'm like nervous from that donation now. Jesus. Thank you so much. Alright, let's just get a sine wave and some noise on it, and then we'll distort that and make a little sub. Like this. So let's put that on D. And then let's just freeze that and flatten it. Okay, like this. Excuse me. So we kind of have something like that. Let's EQ this. Take out some of the low end, like we were putting it on the group. Oh my god, it's Safi with another $5 donation. Thanks to chat, I'll be doing that. Oh my god, Safi, you don't have to give me your money. But thank you so much. Thanks to chat, I'll be doing this. Wow. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for all the donations. Okay, so let's add a glue compressor to this. Kind of bring all the layers together. What do you do for the notes on your sub? I tend to copy the main bass MIDI, but just in an octave lower. I feel like I do that wrong. I usually just put it on the root note of the song that I'm on, and then if I'm feeling like spicy, then I'll just like kind of move those notes around and kind of make a bass line out of it. I heard YouTube takes 50% off of super chat donations. I should make a donation link if that's true. I did see that they take some of it, but I don't think it's 50%. I think it's more like 30%. So it shouldn't be that bad. I can't complain, honestly. Like 100, I got that's so ridiculous, man. I just can't get this. This does not feel real. This is surreal, man. Oh my god. Reading cat, you're just insane, man. Thank you. Yeah, if you a mid-range tonality is like pretty important, I'd say. Like, I think also like just having like high end is important. Like you need to have like some kind of like this thing is like pretty much just all high end, right? So like having that layered on top is like pretty important. So I'd do something like that. Maybe I have like we can have like some simple delay on it. Make this like the main kind of thing. So yeah, this is kind of what we get if we just like layer a bunch of stuff like this. So I don't even know what the original question was, but I hope I answered your question. um, so yeah. Oh my god! Another donation! TR Nebula with the Ron 10. I have no idea what currency that is, but I appreciate it. Now you need a TTS bot to read out loud the super chat. Yeah, I should probably set that up. I have no idea how to actually do that, as of right now, but I'll definitely do that for the next stream. Is it necessary to have a signature sound at the start to is it necessary to have a signature sound at the start to be good, or is it just a matter of practice and time? You definitely don't need to have a signature sound. Like when I was starting out, like I sounded exactly like Virtual right? You know, the man himself. And then I just decided, like, I just kind of like gradually found things that I personally liked more than like what Virtual Riot would do, for example. So I just like started kind of branching out from there. And then, you know, I just kind of kept going with it. And then eventually I just kind of landed on like my signature sound, if you will. I don't know how strong it is, but you know, it's a sound. So yeah, you definitely don't have to have it as signature sound. Oh, the original question has how do you feel drops, right? Yeah. So like layering this kind of stuff is like, you know, you've already got like a full range of sounds, pretty much. I could probably cut a little bit less, like that. And then if we record this into audio, like this, or hold on, we should do this from the master to get the whole thing. So now we can just like just spam this thing. Like this. Like that. Now we can kind of go crazy with it. So yeah. Are you layering your kicks? No. I don't know. I don't know exactly what that means, but no, I don't like the way I like make kicks when I do make them is like I'll just have like a pre-existing sample and I'll just add like some effects on it to make it sound a little different. But that's it. Oh my god. Another fucking donation. Jorvid with the $25 I don't earn that much from royalties, wow, but thank you for the tips and tricks videos. Dude, you're welcome. Thank you so much for the $25. That's so nice of you. Thank you. $25. That's a lot of money. Thank you. Jesus Christ. This stream is so fucking insane. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Jorvin Sue, for the $25. Jesus Christ. Wow. I just can't believe it. Thank you guys. How long have you been making music for? I've been making music for about like 5 years now. I'm 17 and I've been producing since I was like 12. So, about that long. Yeah, imagine if I just didn't start the stream. Yeah, that'd be whack. Coming in with the 25 underwear drawers. Thank you, man. I don't deserve it. As XQC would say, I agree. That would be something he would say. I agree. Any tips for mastering a loud mix? Not really. I don't really like. If you're talking about like putting stuff on the master, I literally put nothing on the master. Like, it's all in the mixdown. Like, this thing is about, like, as loud as it would get. Oh my god, Dylanatron with the $5. Your songs are dope. Thank you, Dylanatron. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $5 donation. I just... You guys really don't have to give me your money, you know? Thank you so much. But you don't have to do that. I really appreciate the donation, Dylanatron. Yeah, like this, for example, is like already pretty loud, I'd say. Right, like you can see it's going in the red, but that's just because I like bumped the volume up. Like, until it almost clips, and then just like turn it down after the point of clipping. So like we can kind of see that this is like not ideally loud, right? So I'm just gonna like kind of turn it down a little bit. And like it's still like really loud because I'm saturating it, but it's like not clipping. That's kind of what we want. So you know that now we have this like really fat like stack of stuffs, right? Like that. I'm a Logic Pro X user thinking about switching to FL or Ableton. What are your thoughts? Um, I wouldn't really like if you're comfortable with Logic, you can be really good with Logic. Like Fox Stevenson uses Logic. My friend Research uses Logic. So you know, you could definitely like be a really good producer with just Logic. And if you're thinking of like if you really want to switch over, um, I mean, I would recommend Ableton all the way, but I would just stay with Logic if you're comfortable with it. Um, is it possible to learn how to master music production by spending 1 to 2 hours a day? I don't have lots of free time as I wish I could. I feel that my production skills are degrading over time. Um, yeah, like doing production every day is pretty important to having like growth. You don't have to do it like 1 to 2 hours a day. That's like definitely not like as much as I would do it. For example, like I don't do that. I do it like 30 minutes a day, like at minimum. Sometimes I like skip a day where I just like forget to produce, but you definitely don't have to like practice it every day. But you should. It's like I just like contradicted myself. um, basically, what I'm trying to say is practice it every day if you're serious about it. But you definitely don't have to go like as far as like 1 to 2 hours a day. Just like spend like 30 minutes at least, and then you're good. I'd say. If you upload to Spotify, do you keep your tracks below -1 decibel true peak like they advise? No. I have no idea like what that actually means. I just kind of like make my songs and then get them on Spotify. It's not really like a thing that I pay attention to. Yeah, it's important to work at it, but don't get burnt out. That's very true. I agree. So yeah. Um yeah, now we have like a super loud, like plucky thing kinda like this. Any plans on holding any competitions? I'm assuming that means competitions, by the way. Not really. I mean, maybe I should. That'd be pretty cool. But not right now. No. You go through the different styles or phases of your music making journey. If you're talking about like the my whole like up until now with my production career, then like I started out making like progressive house, like NCS style. Um, then I went on to make like I think it was Future Garage. So that's kind of where I learned a lot of my like intro and like ambient stuff. Then I went into I think like Future Bass. Then after Future Garage was Future Bass. Then I went into like making like Future Bounce, and then I kind of ended up in dubstep territory. Thalassophobia remix comp. That would be cool to do. That would be pretty cool because then it's like we have the Thalassophobia VIP, and then everyone can kind of like remix it also. That might be cool to do. Can you make a video out of that? Like a 5 years progression video? Dude, that would be pretty cool, actually. Hold on, I'm gonna write that down real quick. I might do that at some point. But don't that's not a promise, but I might do that. 5 years production progress. Okay, there we go. I have it written down. Show off some of your old tracks. I would have to dig through like some really old folders, and I don't know if I can actually like find those. Any Ableton presets you like? Not necessarily. If I use one of them, I think you're like if you're talking about these ones, I use them for like background elements sometimes, and like they're not great, but you know, they do the job, and that's about it. How do you make pads? I have a video on that. It's just labeled how to make pads. I make them using a pad rack that I made. It's free to download if you want to download it. So I'll just like take a melody and then slap the pad rack on it. So let's grab like a little melody. Yeah, let's take this for example. I slapped the. Where did I put the pad rack? Oh, right here. Oh, hold on. That's how I make pads. Do you ever think of doing a Discord sample pack? Do you mean like a Discord exclusive sample pack, or do you mean like one made from like people like Discord samples, like samples that you guys sent me in? I always struggle while making a dubstep drop because I do low cut my sound and then make my own sub, but I hear my sub bass isn't glued enough with other sounds. Can you give me some tips? I mean, like, for me, the way I do it, just for an example, is like, I just try to make everything as loud as possible, right? And then like, you know, without having anything like digitally clip. And then like, I just kind of work with it, and then like this just happens to stick with it. It's not really like a thing that I'm actively trying to like stack on top of each other. So like, if you're struggling with that, I would try to get every layer of yours like kind of leveled, and like make sure the sub is also like loud enough and like balanced. And then you know, that should be kind of doing the trick. Basically, regarding the sample, like Discord sample pack. Basically people from the Discord that send in samples, and you just take your favorites, even though they might take a little while to put in. I think it would be a good idea for 10K or 11K. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I'll consider that. What goes into your fat rack? It's not actually my fat rack. It's Crow's fat rack. So Crow's a YouTuber, in case you're unfamiliar with him. And he like did a recreation of Virtual Riot's fat rack, and I've just been using it. So yeah, it kind of does that. So it's free to download. I think. I hope. Yeah, no, it's free to download. So you know, you have like a bunch of effects to kind of beefing up a sound. So you can kind of just take a look. It's like quite a lot of effects, but yeah. Crow made a video on it, so if you want to check it out, there you go. I've seen your Discord DM, Safi. I think that's pretty funny. Oh, you just watched that video. Okay, yeah. No, it's that fat rack, yeah. Yeah, the fat rack has, well, no, it has one external plugin, which is Dimension Expander, but it's free, so you can just get both of them. Plus, I don't really use the Dimension Expander, so it's not really a huge deal, but it's just for adding a little bit of stereo. Yeah, I don't use it all that much, but it's there. So let me take this off. And at this point we can make like a cool rhythm where it's like delayed. So like, hold on. So we can do something like we can delay it by like a 16th note, so it goes like, hold on, we'd have to grab like a little kick. Grab one of these. Something I've been doing recently is like taking like a snare with like a longer tail. Take that one. And then like gonna fade it in like this. And then we can do like this. This sidechain. That sounds kind of whack. Hold on. But yeah, you kind of get like a pretty cool rhythm clap. And we gotta put this in. Hold on. Let's remove the group processing on this, like that, and then we'll put it back in the group. Then we can add a little crash loop. Like this. There we go. And then, you know, you'd add like a little top layer, and then boom. In your opinion, what's the best plugin for monitoring your frequency? Because I already finished my track and the frequency sounds weird, but I can't find what. If you mean like a weird frequency that you don't like say you have like a really high pitched sound, like we can do this real quick. Let's make a let's grab a little sine wave real quick. Let's say we have like a little sound that's like this, and then we'll put like some downsample on it. And let's say we don't like that like top frequency that it makes. So this right here. So you just go in, and we don't like this one, right? So we just kind of dip it. And then what I would do here is like just add it, like duplicate the EQ, and then kind of like individually try to find like the other frequencies that I don't like. Let's say I don't like that one. I have a grudge against it. You know, kind of lower it, the EQ down a little bit. There we go. So now it's a little bit easier on the ears. Why do you use 3 layers of crash loops? It just kind of became a habit. Like I have like these, like I made some crash loops a while ago, and then like immediately I started here. Like, hold on, I can show you like some of the crash loops, right? So like the first ones that I made were all in like eighth notes, and so I was like I was making stuff in eighth notes at that time. But then I just started having like a 3-month long phase of just only making stuff in triplets. So I started using these bottom 3 crash loops every single time because they were the only ones that I had that were in triplets. So I just layered those 3 every time. And eventually it just became a habit, and I haven't stopped doing it since, and probably should, but that's what I've been doing. But yeah, if you're trying to monitor like your master stuff, I would just put like an EQ or a spectrum on it, like a EQ like this. Like I can see that this is fine. Like, you know, if you have too much high end or something, you know, you just kind of make a. I wouldn't really put any like mass processing on the master, but you know, I guess you could kind of do that. Yeah, but you know, let's say you found too much, like found that the master has like a little too much high end. You know, make it dip in the sound, and then it's all good. You have a tip for making your own drums? Well, I have no clue how to make really good sounding kicks, but I can tell you that like we made a snare at the beginning of the stream. So if you like rewind the stream, there was like a point in the stream where we did that. Yeah, we can make this like a little bit further of a drop. Clipping versus limiting. I've never, like, I don't think I've ever had a single track that I released where I put a limiter on the master and just left it like that. Um, I don't ever put limiters on my master, mainly because like since I mix pretty loudly, it'll like limit it at 0 dB, but I go over 0 dB, so like it doesn't really work the way I want it to. So I don't really like here. This is a good example right now. Take a limiter, just slap it on the master. It's doing quite a lot. So that might be due to my mixdowns being ass, but I would not really worry about it. Like if it sounds fine, it sounds fine. If you hear like clipping going on in your song, then you might want to consider like, you know, lowering some stuff. Like if you hear oh, I just hit the mic, sorry. If you like hear clipping in your song, like a crackle or like a specific frequency like distorting, then you should probably like find a solution, but I wouldn't put a limiter on the master or something. Yeah, limiter on the master for dubstep isn't great. Unless you're like really good at mixing and you know exactly what you're doing, it might not be a great idea. How do I make a very melodic intro switch smoothly to a heavy drop? You can kind of like take the intro that you have and then just make it slowly go more like evil kind of, if you will, until you get to the dubstep drop, where at that point you'll just kind of, you know, had a build up and then you drop it. Yo, evil noise. Yo, what's up, bro? Congrats on your release with fucking sample fire, dude. That's insane. But yeah, like I was saying, it's you just kind of like slowly make it less melodic and more like evil, right? So like if you have a little like melody, let's take a little guitar. Let's take that one, a little cymatic sample, right? Let's say you have a nice 130, it's 150 now. All right, so like what a nice loop, right? You just kind of you kind of do that, and then and then you just kind of make it go crazy, and then eventually you end up at a build up where you can just go like evil with it, and it's just like any other track at that point, any other dubstep track. Yeah, dude, fucking Viking rhythm is so cool. That is such a cool concept. Like I really liked it. It was like your track when I heard it in the teaser for the Knights of the Round Table. That one really stood out to me because I was just like blown away at how like gritty and like spacey it was. Spacey. I don't know if you're in the chat, but yeah, I thought it was really cool. So nice track, bro. I really like it. So yeah, that's how I would go about making a evil or an intro fade well into like a dubstep shop. Oh, I'm glad I could explain it well. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, you could also do that. Another technique would be to repeat a short part of the melodic over and over until it becomes a build-up. That is a good idea, yeah. Just make sure it doesn't get like repetitive at that point. But yeah. Yeah. So that's how I would go about doing that. How do you make a track less empty? Um, just make sure you're covering like every single like frequency and you have enough like body to each sound that it's not like thin or anything. And then at that point you should be good. So yeah, I would just kind of go about like doing that with just like if you have it's kind of the same thing as this, like this machine gun bass is like covering pretty much every like part of the frequency spectrum. So that's kind of what matters there. And then it's less empty. What is your go-to synth? Serum, 100%. But recently I've been doing like Vital stuff. Like Vital for screeches is really good. Like the comb filter is really good on it. And I can't like replicate the same results as I can from like from Serum. Hold on, so just do like a quick little like screech. Let's add some decay. So I would take like a sine wave, just put it up like at a random note. Let's take Shepherd's Tone. Make it kind of weird. That's the chorus, OTT, distortion. Ouch, sorry. Add a filter, and then we'd put the combs filter and just like pick any one of these. There we go. Kind of got something there. And then we frequency shift it. There we go. Pretty cool screech. And there you go. And then I would just record it to audio, add the sub underneath, and then we got a pretty cool sub. Tips to get inspiration or idea for making an intro, a unique intro for dubstep. I would just kind of like, for intros, I try to set a theme first. So like, Shark Bite, I would try to go for like something shark-like. It's like, you know, kind of a arbitrary concept, but like, if you're going for like a shark intro for this example, then like, I would like try to find samples on Splice, for example, that kind of like fit the idea of like a shark pretty well. And then I would just keep adding stuff on that could kind of sell the idea that we're talking about a shark. So pre-drops are mad lacking recently. I don't know how to fix it. You could definitely like, I mean, vocal samples are always a good idea. Or you could do like, you could take like the first the first 4 beats of like the drop and then like slap them in. So if you have like, you know, or something, and then you would just kind of like, you know, you have your build up, you know, and then it actually drops. Yeah, exactly. Like how Cyberwhale had that underwater sound. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like you just try to kind of set your theme and then kind of go from there. How do you make a unique color base? Vocoder. But then again, everyone does that. You just kind of like find random melodic things, like pads or something. You know, get really creative with it. Like maybe you could even do like a vocal sample if you're like feeling brave, and you just like vocode it to like a growl or something, or any other like dubstep bass, and see if that's something you can do. Melodic pre-drops are a good thing to try. Yeah, that would work. That would work for sure. Um, yeah, exactly. Like find a way to get your bass to have like a unique like timbre. Is it, how do you say that word? It's like spelled like timbre, timbre. I don't know. Probably timbre. I think it's timbre. How to make metallic guns? I mean, we kind of went over that. This isn't really metallic, but if you want this to sound metallic, you just add like a little layer on top. And since we just made a screech, so we could probably just resample this and then add it on top, like this. So we can just kind of like slap this here. And then we just kind of make this the main element. Like we just saturate it. Maybe frequency shift it up a little bit. Like that. And then you got a melodic one. How do you layer melodic dubstep chords? I would go for like a like have a chord stack and then like process it a little bit, add some OTT, whatever, and then just try to find like other chord samples, like samples that you can turn into chords, or like I said samples, but I meant more like MIDI stuff. So like a choir or something, or something that doesn't just like decay like a guitar. So like maybe you could do violins or something. And then just kind of process those as well. Try to get them to blend well with the saw stack that you have. And then just add like a really gritty bass underneath. So like you could take like a growl wavetable in Serum, for example, and just layer that underneath, and you'll get a pretty nice growly sound, and a pretty nice or a pretty nice chord stack. I'm struggling to make drum loops with kick, clap, and hat. Um, did we make a drum? Yeah, we did. As for this one, we just kind of did like I just kind of have a chunky kick. Like Barely Alive's drums are really good for this kind of stuff. But I wouldn't really use them for like if you're trying to actually go for your own drums kind of going. But you could definitely like process their drums and then kind of make them your own sound and then use them because they're like really solid. Pro tip: turn every sound you have into Serum wavetables. Yes, you could do that. That's a pretty good idea. Have you considered to try and make a future bass track? Yeah, I used to make that all the time, but I have one track that was future bass, and it's called Construction. If you want to listen to it, but it's future bass. So make a Jewel type of beat. I have no idea who that is. I've heard their name, but I've never heard the music. Probably like just rhythm or something, but I could be completely wrong. Matter of fact, I probably am completely wrong. Yeah, I have no idea what Jules sounds like. So I do apologize. Yo, Bob, what's up? How's it going? You should try and make a beat exclusively out of sounds from your mouth and then processing them. Dude, I did something like that. Like as one of my first videos, like production videos. Um, I did it with my voice instead of like my mouth sounds, but like I think it's like close enough. Like I did something like that. How to make D&B bass lines. Well, I'm not a D&B producer, but I would just say like have your bass pattern and then just go crazy with the notes and make sure they're still in scale, and then just go with that. And then you got some cool stuff going on. So basically, just make crazy bass lines, and then you're good. Try that. How did I get into production? Um, well, I started off making like Launchpad covers. So like, hold on. Um, so like I have a Launchpad here. I started off with making covers with like a Launchpad Mini, and with that comes Ableton. So I like got really familiar with Ableton. And then eventually I just kept going with Ableton until I got like to the point of like where I am now making music. Like eventually I just decided, hey, why don't I make a song or something? And it was like really bad, but it got me started with making music, and then eventually I just kept going, and now I'm here. Best free dubstep kits. Um, I can recommend to you Crow's 10K sample pack. That one's really good. Oh, dude, download mine. I have a 10K sample pack. You could try that. There's some snares in there, some bass loops. You could definitely try that. Um, yeah, I mean you can go crazy with it. Yeah, I used to be a launchpad guy. I have like all my launchpad videos unlisted, so like You can like scroll down on my main channel page, like the home page, and then at the very bottom, there's a playlist labeled Launchpad covers. Do you have any music theory, or do you make music by ear? I make them mostly by ears, but like I know I've picked up some tricks over the years, regarding like music theory, and that kind of helps me like make like arrange stuff and like compose. Show us how you make drum fills. I literally just get them for a splice. There's nothing. I don't know how to make them. Sorry. But yeah, I just go on Splice and I try to find some like drum fills that like other than like virtual Riot ones, like I try to kind of just look up drum fill and then put it on random and see if I get something. How long have you been producing? About 5 years now. How do you make vocal chops? I'm really not that good at them, but you would just take like an acapella or something, and then just like take random snippets of it that you like, so like little runs of their vocals, and then just kind of slap them all around the place and try to go for like a good call and response, and then you got some cool stuff. How often do you produce? I try to go like about every day, but sometimes like I don't have anything to work on, so I'll just kind of like forget to go on Ableton and do stuff. Um. Oh yeah, for free sample packs, dude, the cymatics ones are really good. Totally forgot to mention that. Yeah. Yeah, cymatic sample packs are really good. I'm 17 years old. I mean, yeah, if you only use cymatic sample packs, then yeah, that's all you use. But like, honestly, just look up like free sample pack and just get like whatever you can get your hands on, and just try to go from that. Like half of my sample packs are just from like strictly. Well, no, almost all of them are just strictly from the internet that is found. You ever plan on collabing with someone? Um, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say any names, but I would like to do that. Yeah. Tips for fat white noise bases. Mine are really simple. I just go in Serum, and then I just turn on this thing. Hold on, back. So I just distort the crap out of it to distortion, add noise, and then turn this up a little bit, and then boom. There you go, and then saturate that a little more at the end. There we go. Got a nice bass. Yeah, research. We got a fucking $100 super chat from a complete madman by the name of Reading Cat. That is so insane. Yeah, I still can't believe that. Do the pitch bend? Yes, you could also do that. This helps make stuff really fat right here. You take a pitch bend. Oh crap. Kind of do this. Put this on envelope mode, and then we can Alt Shift and then click on the coarse knob. There you go. Hey, Reading Cat's here. What's up, dude? Yeah, thank you again for that $100 donation. That's insane. Yeah, we got that donation like right at the start of the stream, which is pretty dope. Try using bright white noise instead of AC hum. Yes, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, it's a lot better. You put Serum distortion and then Camel Crusher, you get some wide shit. I don't have Camel Crusher, so I can't test that theory. But if you want to try that, then yeah, probably. I've noticed that you don't really level your tracks in your videos. That being said, how do you usually go about doing your mix downs? Well, That's a good question. I just kind of like make stuff as loud as possible at the beginning, and then if it's too loud, I'll just turn it down, and then like I don't have to put it up at all. Generally speaking, so um, I don't really like level my tracks as you've put it because like they're already kind of just there. You know what I mean? Like they're already leveled as it is. Does that make sense? Like there's still like some adjusting to be done, but yeah. Yeah, I just blast the volume. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Where do I find your free pack and is it royalty free? It's really important to me because I'm 20 and in Germany and 18 is the you are now the big boy age. Yeah, the my sample pack is yeah it's free. It's in a video. It's just labeled 10K sample pack. It is royalty free. I made all the sample packs specific or all the samples specifically for it except like one or two and yeah. So yeah, free to download. About that, how does leveling work in Ableton? You just kind of use these like knobs on the side right here. And if you want to like get into it more, or if you want to raise the volume, you either like saturate it or you add a utility, and then you just kind of like turn it up. And yeah, what loudness do you master at? I have no idea. I don't really measure it because I think it sounds fine as it is, but I would imagine it's around 0 dB. So I don't necessarily know, but yeah. Um, like where's the mixer? It's like right on the side, right here. I don't know what like how FL does it, but yeah, you just kind of level on the sides here. Do you think it's worth it to have every lane auto load at negative 15 and then have a utility on the master at 15 to bring it back? Dude, I have no idea. I think Dr. Ozzy does that, but I have no idea why. I guess it's to have more like headroom or something while producing. But honestly, I've no idea if that does anything. I don't do it, so I don't know. I can't tell you if it's like worth doing that or not. Oh, you use Reason. Oh, that's interesting. I only know like one other person who uses Reason, but that's pretty interesting. Figment VIP one, dude. I have no idea. The track is done, but I don't know where it is. Like I don't know when I'm gonna upload it specifically. Oh, company does that? Really? I had no idea. I've seen some of his streams. I didn't realize that. That's kind of funny. Um, how did I set up OBS for Ableton? Yo, thank you, Voltre, with a $7. Make some neurofunk, dude. Thank you. Well, I can't necessarily just like make it now because we're like trying to answer questions. But I can link you to a video. I made Neurohop, which is like the next best thing I'd say. Um, I can't. I can't exactly like just make it now. But I really appreciate the $7. That's very kind of you. So thank you. Maybe in a future video though. Much appreciated. How do you resample stuff? Um, usually I'll use like flangers and stuff or like corpus to add tonality. Oh, it's vulture. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I completely butchered that. Okay. So thank you for the $7, vulture. Hey, welcome back, Safi. But yeah, like I said, so like I would just use like a flanger and then just kind of like go crazy with the post processing, and then you get the resonant frequencies and stuff. Yeah. What should I do when I have a couple things in the same frequency region and it sounds kind of muddy? Well, if you have mud, then you should definitely like just low cut it, like at like 200 hertz. Um, I hear my cat through the door. But like, yeah, I would kind of like low cut it. But if you have like several things in that frequency range, you shouldn't really like you shouldn't have anything in this like kind of range other than like your sub. Like this is where your sub sits right here. But you don't want anything in this kind of range right here. So just cut it. Um, The pad rack has a lot of attack. It's normal, right? Yes. So it does have a lot of attack, but like how you'd get around that. We still have this guitar loop from earlier. The way you'd get around that is just to like record it into audio. So like. So you just record this, what you have here, into audio like this. So there we go, and then you just kind of like turn that off, and then you have this. That's a pretty cool pad right there. So yeah. How do you make a good sounding lead that isn't a supersaw? Well, you could start with like a sine wave or a supersaw or like some kind of like simple like basic shapes kind of thing, but then just add like stuff that won't sound make it sound like super distorted. So like you could add an amp, chorus, compressor, no, not corpus. Like stuff that'll make like alter the sound of your lead without it like distorting and sounding completely like crazy. So yeah. What's the pad rack? This is like from a video that I made, and it's free to download if you want to get it. So it'll just basically turn any melody. So like this one. It'll turn it into this. Let me pull my legs up, bro. There we go. My apologies. All right. I've been having some trouble with transitions, especially at the end of drops and into the bridge or break. With transitioning through into the build, how do you usually go about transitions? Reverse crashes and then adding a bunch of reverb onto it is like a really solid thing to do. That'll like easily help you kind of like, yeah, like transition into different sections. Make sure you're also like matching the same kind of like frequency range as like your intro and drop. So if you're going from a drop and into an intro that's like way more spacey, then I would just kind of like Netty pajama pants reveal. Yes, they're like penguin pajama pants, super epic. But yeah, so like if you're going from like a heavy drop into like a intro, then you kind of have to like low cut it slowly or low pass it until you get to like the same kind of range that you're at, then add a reverse crash or something, and then you got a pretty easy transition. Impacts also help, and yeah, there you go. What if my bass also has many high frequencies? How do I make my lead and bass sound clean and full when they're in the same frequency spectrum? That is a good question. Wait, hold on. What if my bass also has many high frequencies? How do I make my lead and my bass sound clean and full? Um, I don't know. I mean, you're kind of when you want to make something sound full, you kind of have to cover every frequency range. Um, so like having different octaves or like um processing stuffs that'll help you get like different ranges of frequencies is kind of how you get a full sound. Oh, hello, neutral. Oh, hello, sun. Oh, here, let me move my mic closer. How long will the stream be? Probably like an hour and 30 minutes, something like that. So we got like 20 minutes left. Yes, for easy impact, kick, crash, white noise down. Agreed. Or you could use what I do is like I have a clap and then I reverb it out and then use that instead, and then that helps get a nice impact. Yeah, and if you're layering stuff, make sure they peak at like different frequencies in the EQ, because otherwise you get like clipping, and you don't want that. So We made this earlier. Hold on, what were we doing here? I remember now. I was gonna add a laser thing onto this, and then I could do this. Let's put a D here. This is my laser rack, by the way. It's pretty cool. Ouch. Whoa. Ouch. There you go. What version of Ableton do you use? I use Ableton 10. There you go. Ouch. Sorry. Yeah. You guys have any other questions? I think we've kind of like went through a lot of stuff. A lot of questions already. Have you ever tried going off grid for the pattern of your basses? Yeah, like this one is off grid. Like hold on, this might be a little too off grid. How do you deal with brick walling a drop, as in making a drop up to the B section flip, and maybe the build up, and nothing else as the idea has? Oh right. I don't know. I just try to make something, and then hope that inspiration kind of comes from it. But like, if you have a drop, like, if you have a drop and you just can't come up with any ideas, like, I don't know, just listen to some music, listen to some songs that you really fucking like, and then like kind of maybe take some of their ideas and then like make it your own. Yeah, like I've definitely went through the process of like not having any ideas for a second drop, and in that case it's like, you know, you kind of have to either come back to it later, maybe you'll have some ideas then, but like you need to, like, whenever I have that and I come back to it, then I'll like quickly have an idea in my head, and then I have to write it down, or like, you know, do it really quickly, or else I just lose that idea. So yeah. um yeah. How can you improve your mixing skills? Literally just practice like a lot, and like something that took me way too long to learn is that like some sounds share like a frequency range. So like whichever one you want to stand out more, you kind of have to like adjust for it and then kind of go from there. So um like you say you have like a pad with a vocal on top or something, like that, those vocals and that pad might take up the same frequencies, and since you want the vocal to be in the main thing, you would make a dip in the pad where the vocal kind of sits, like the main frequency of the vocal, and that way that vocal stands out way more than the pad. That took me way too long to learn, and that applies to almost everything. Like anything where you're layering stuff, kind of that happens. How can I make my bass growl more stereo? If you're making it in Serum, just add some hyperdimension. Let's see. Excuse me, what's this? Yeah. Here, for example. Completely mono, and then stereo. That's what I would do. Or if you're like, I think this might also actually apply that to the bass. Let's see, does it? I think it does. Yeah, a little bit. Like, you can kind of see that rumbly stuff. So if you want to do that, then just kind of take that out. I'm on the side EQ right now, so like you don't get the low end. So you want to cut that out, and then you got some stereo stuff. What's your favorite vocal sample in your library? Probably this one.
Go, yes, go, yes, go.
But I haven't really used it in a song yet.
Go, yes.
It's used in a song that I really like from like 5 years ago or something, like a really old song, and I've yet to use it, but I really want to use it. But yeah, that's probably my favorite. Or like the ones that like that vocal. I know you know it, research. The vocal sample that like Joby used in like Chain Shot. That like sample, like the source of that sample. That's some good shit. Um. For your drops, do you usually make an A-B section, or do you make variations every 4 to 8 bars? I would usually try to kind of follow like an A-B-A-C structure. So like, you have, different phrases. But, something I've been doing recently is having like a really long kind of like section, so like this long. And then having a switch up, and then like doing something completely different. And then yeah, and then I switch up the rhythm, and then repeat it, and then add variations, and that's how I usually do it. What's your favorite poem ever written by one of your mods, dude? It's hard to decide, man. Like, I really don't know. I'm gonna have to go with yours, research, because I think yours is a really solid poem with some really solid ideas, and yeah, research, you're such a little prankster. Great. Yeah, most dubstep drops follow the ABAC. Dude, you know what would be cool if like everyone just fucked with like weird structures in like in dubstep. That would be cool. Like cuz then you get such unique flows and stuff. I would love to see that in dubstep. I always have trouble making an intro that matches my drop. Any recommendations? Yeah, try to kind of like match the heaviness that you have in your drop with like the intro. So like, if you have like a death step drop or a track, then you got to make it like super like sick and like demented and whatever. But if you have like a like a pretty minimalistic drop, you can go pretty like goofy with it, and you don't necessarily have to like you kind of match like how lighthearted it is, and like take that idea and kind of like translate it. So yeah, like you'd have some really nice yeah. I think you kind of get the point. Just transitions from the intro to the drop are really important. Like if you're going from like a super melodic intro, then like it's important that you kind of yeah, like get that tone to kind of shift from being super happy and melodic to being super, like twisted and stuff. Oh, you pin it in the DMs. Hold on. Yeah, I see the poem research. I don't want to show it on stream though, because then I'd be like showing our DMs. But yeah. When I have writer's block, I just don't do music until inspiration. Yeah, I kind of have the same thing, and like I don't like doing that, but it kind of happens that often. It kind of happens like that pretty often. So I just kind of, yeah, it's a little unfortunate when that happens, but yeah. I don't I have yet to hit like a huge writer's block, so I'm be thankful for that. But yeah, sometimes recently I haven't really written that much music. But yeah. That's also something you can do is like um if you have writer's block, you can also just do some sound design, and like not really worry about composition of your track, and that'll usually kind of help. Um, maybe you'll get some inspiration from just doing simple sound design. I don't know. There's always something to do. So yeah. What's your PC specs? I listed them on a on the 10K sample pack video because I did a setup tour after like I went over the sample pack, so you can see the PC specs there. When I have writer's block, I just start doing random stuff until it sounds good. Yeah, same, honestly. Um, I just try to. I really want to like get more themes, like for songs, like kind of written down, because I really like having like a strong theme in my songs. Um, so like having like a random drop is like cool, but then I need to have a theme for it, which is kind of why I'm a little like kind of in like a slightly sticky situation regarding writer's block. But yeah. When are feedback streams? They're on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern time, but you can submit your songs at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesdays before the feedback stream. So if you join the Discord, link in the description, you can send in your tracks for Wednesday. If I use frequency shifter, the sounds changes the key. Not necessarily actually. So hold on, let me move a little closer here. Was I out of frame the whole time? Let's hope not. Um, Shook my whole desk. Okay, so let's take a little frequency shifter on this melody, right? This poor melody that we've added a pad rack onto. So, if we take a frequency shifter. So it doesn't actually, it's not a pitch shifter. You're probably thinking of a pitch shifter, so that would change the key. But this like doesn't preserve like the relationships between each note. So it'll just shift it around. So it'll sound like really weird and like unnatural. But if you like want a pitch shifter, let's say you want to put it down like 5 semitones, then you change the key of it. Yeah, frequency shifter changes the pitch inharmonically. Yeah. Can you show your OBS setup for your green screen? It's pretty simple. Like you take your video capture device, so like the camera, then you right click in the effects area, or you go to filters, right click on effects area, and then click chroma key, and then set it to whatever your green screen background is. Oh yeah, no, we're not doing the old or the new system that we did like last week, or like this Wednesday. That was way too chaotic, and like most people didn't like that. So yeah, we're definitely going back to the old system. Do you know how to make organic sounding hi-hats in synths like Serum? I have no idea. Sorry, I don't know how to help you with that, but I would love to get into that. I should really do that. Like you could definitely make some pretty solid symbols in Serum, but I don't know how to do it. So I do apologize. Dude, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Let's try this out. Hold on. Someone just said FM2 sine waves with max detune. Let's try that. Let's try it out. Okay. Here we go. So sine wave. Sine wave. FM. Sorry. That doesn't sound quite right. Oh well, it could pass as a symbol, I think. And then if you like low cut it. Yeah, that could work. Like, oh, using noise. Wait, hold on. Go into global tab and change the detune range. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. Yeah, that pretty much sounds like a cymbal right there, yeah. That's pretty cool. Okay, well, yeah, there you go. That's how you make cymbals, apparently. Cool. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze? No. Do you use any Max for Live plugins? No, not really. Not that I can think of anyway, no. Um, oh yeah, no, the new feedback stream system, definitely, I'm sorry if that crashed your system, because there was so many submissions. Someone recorded it, and then, like, edited it to make it, like, super dramatic, and it was like a really funny video. It was great. Like, it was like, it was great. It was really funny. It was like a huge flood of just like all SoundCloud links, and it was just like instant, like, yeah. Ring mod. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, I should probably watch the AU5 video on that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we've kind of reached the end of the stream here. We're about an hour and 30 minutes in. Thank you guys for the insane amount of donations. I was not expecting that. And you guys really made my day because of that. So thank you so much. That's super kind of you. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all the questions. You know, I appreciate all the input and stuff. I appreciate you teaching me about hi-hats and stuff. So yeah. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.